When I was a kid, I always had big feet as a kid. And so what that naturally meant was it was always harder for me to find shoes. And so anytime that I would be in a store, like a shoe store, I would always try and see if they had shoes in my size. And so what I noticed was, you know, there didn't seem to be a lot of options for me as a kid for shoes. And then the second thing that I noticed is that whenever I found shoes that would fit just enough, I had to really just put it on because there was legitimate scarcity. There was not a lot of shoes. And so when I found shoes that kind of fit well, I would put them on. Even if they didn't fit or if they were uncomfortable. And so what I realized is that I unconsciously in my own life made the connection that I had to accept things. I had to adapt to things that didn't really fit me, but because that's all there was, there was no other options, I had to put it on. And so yesterday my cousin did a beautiful gesture and she bought me some shoes. I'm going on a trip. And as soon as I put on the shoe, it didn't fit. And I looked at my cousin and I looked at my aunts and I told them symbolically, it was something about the soul saying this. I told them, I said, I no longer put on things that do not fit me. And they kind of looked at me like, what? And I told them, I said, I no longer put on things that don't fit me. And in this instance, I was talking about the shoe, but more broadly, I was talking about circumstances, situations, jobs, careers, friendships. I no longer put on things that no longer fit me. And so I want to encourage you today that I don't know what your circumstances are. I don't know what you're going through, but I think it takes a lot of courage to you to finally stand up and say, no, it no longer fits me. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know in the comments what you think about this, and I hope you guys have a great day.